unconvincing. Like, I don't know, I saw Alex have his go with the pen and everything looked
stellar.
Like,
Alex is visually, he likes
is a very
his,
visual, very visual man. He likes a sea.
He likes the sea, yeah. Not the ocean, just his eyes. I don't know where this is going.
No,
but what I do know
honestly.
is that Nuke is going on.
I kind of started it
it's
all horribly.
NIP versus Big, Harry, and NIP, a map up in this series over on the T side. Like said, 13 rounds on the T side last time they played Big on this map. Let's see if that continues to be a factor. Flashes outside, let Nex take this fight, and he does get a kill, but NIP still get a few players down towards B. They haven't got that bomb, though. It's stuck, and Forest is going to absolutely ruin tabseN's morning or evening.
Oh, my word.
Maybe both.
Yeah, Twist has now ruined Smooya's. It is a...
Who needs the bomb?
A 4-on-3 with bomb control still in the hands of Big, but now not. The long arm of Lekr0 has snatched that away. He's grabbed it, and now he is running like the little gremlin gamer he is down towards that B side of the map, and they just can't get rid of Forest over on red. This box is radioactive, because it's killing everyone on Big right now. And finally, Nex has put Forest down. Rez and Lekr0 2v2 in the post plants. And Tares has been able to retrieve a kit. He's got that to work with at the very, very least. Lekr0 and Rez both yet to frag in this round. It was Twist and Forest to get all the openers. Now these two have got to close it out.
Yeah, and they have just not been spotted. Lekr0's gotten into such a great position, but he doesn't get the kill. Only damage. Both players now low for Big, and that bomb is open, so Rez just needs to hit a shot per player to win this round. Do they connect the USP headshot? Oh, Nex has got it. And Rez going out a little bit too wide. He will get caught. Defuse just in time for Big. They had the kit picked up from Yard, and already things looking a little bit more hyped in the Big side of things. tabseN trying to bring some energy into the team, some motivation after that absolute decimation back on train. They want to go to the finals, and they've got to win this map if they still want that chance. I don't know how Lekr0 doesn't get a kill from this position. The metal bars may be getting in the way of some of his shots there with the Glock. Very, very close round for NIP. I like the play from Forest, and I like this buy even more, Harry. We talk about NIP losing pistols, but winning Krieg rounds, and boy, is this going to be an example. 3 Kriegs in round number 2. That is savage stuff. This buy is pretty much better than Big's. And let's see what success it shall find. Plopsky's been boosted outside. Big definitely have to expect this. There's no way they are not ready for Kriegs. And they have a very heavy upper setup as well. Going to rotate tabseN down through the vents. Outside control, it's only in the form of Smooya watching the Yard. A very tight pixel angle. He gets the info there that someone's crossed, but he doesn't get the shot off. That means Big need to be careful of main and the potential of a B play. That's why tabseN is lurking down below. Still a player in spawn for NIP. Smoke's being set up now as Twist throws that in towards Hell. Pretty convoluted execute here for NIP as they try and move these Kriegs outside and get them towards this lower site.
And we have seen time and time again how strong this Krieg force buy is, not just in general, but more specifically for NIP. They've been so good at finding these rounds. Smooya trying to get out of danger, but Twist has seen him getting back into CT. And so Smooya, while this is a great position to hold, he can keep an eye on Heaven and Hell and deny that wrap into the A-bomb site. He is now isolated from the rest of his squad over here in A. He is a long way away. And so with no one peeking over in Hell, with no one giving him the fights he's looking for, it falls onto the rest of the squad to try and pick up the pieces, and now it's only Forest left standing. They know where he is because he just dealt with Smooya, and so there's no way back into this round for Forest. He's just got to run away, hold on to the Krieg into this next round. And that will be Big finding the conversion. They'll go 2-0. Monstrous stuff from tabseN and Nex to turn that round back on its head and actually make it doable.
Yeah, a good reaction from tabseN not to over-dedicate to Secret there with the SMG, especially with all those Ts going outside. Smooya gets the info that, okay, they are chasing me down. They are hunting me towards Hell. This isn't going to be a B play through Secret. They are trying to take over the A site, and luckily Big had a heavy setup on that top side of the map. tabseN coming back up through the vents with a double, and Big, they are going to get some Kriegs for Christmas here in round number 3. Picking up a couple of guns. Forest, he needs to use his, put this Krieg to good efforts here and find openers. The rest of his team only on Deagles. He is the sole armored player and responsibility on his shoulders, but I'm sure he can take it. Ooh. Playing with fire outside. tabseN going to give it up. NIP not too keen to put players in the yard here with little utility and weaponry. They're going to group up towards the ramp room. Only Xantares here to stop them. I say only, though. It is Xantares. And these are armorless players, so let's see what he can do with this.
It's a ticking time bomb over at ramp. Xantares on the angle. Oh dear. Oh no, actually.
Rez is Deeg, man.
Yeah, a little too sharp for Xantares. He's been brought down to just 18 points of health. Tries to duck and weave back into the B side of the map, and now he's got to make a stand. He's helped out diligently by Smooya, who does double up to keep this in favor of Big. And now with everyone being brought down so low on the side of NIP, it really does now all fall onto the shoulders of Forest. That kill coming in from Smooya, and he's on for the ace here. Forest 1v4, now turned 1v3 required. Bomb down in the middle of the site, and Smooya holding this angle. Oh, Forest, well, he does get that kill. It is still negated by Nex. 4 kills for Smooya in that round. And another one on the board for Big.
Yeah, good stuff from Smooya. Really safe as well. After he gets that 4th kill, he dives out through the window. He hears he's being wrapped. He doesn't overcommit to the fight. He waits till Nex is there to at least take the trade if Smooya does die. And they deal with Forest before things get too out of control. Those rounds are always scary. Think about some of the Deeg players you have on this NIP roster. letGro and Rez. These guys are so sick with those big hand cannons. So always a bit terrifying to play up against. They at least find entries into that lower site. Now coming in with a buy, Kriegs again. All too familiar territory. All the smokes outside, no Molotovs here to stop it. It was a late play from NIP as a late molly, but that's not going to stop anyone crossing because there is no one crossing. It's all a convoluted fake, and the information is not there for Big currently. They do have Smooya down B, but he's actually, I'm not sure what he's, I think he's in the vents maybe because he's not watching for this flank. He's actually going to double back, and now it's the jig is up. It's a fast A play. NIP running out with these Molotovs. It's a player they haven't cleared from above, and Nex is going to be able to get away with a delayed couple of kills. Drops the bomb. Tizian comes in for assistance, and it is a slaughter, a flawless round from Big. 5 players staying alive and 5 kills coming in. It's a 4-0 lead here on the CT side of Nuke.
Where was this Big just a map ago? I mean, already
not on the CT side of Train.
Yeah, I mean, mate, but this is already looking so convincing. They've come into this one 4-0 up now. It should get even stronger, right? With very little money left on the NIP side. They're lining up these outside smokes, so maybe we're just going to see a fast play towards outside. But already, it just feels like everyone's on the same page a lot more for Big. Like, it did start to feel very disjointed back on Train.
You do have to remember, though, on the T side, that can be a lot harder to get stuff done. And on the CT side, Nuke,
so,
you know, very different map.
Honestly, I felt like with Big, it was just a matter of, like, getting in your own head a bit and kind of writing yourself out of the game back on Train. I think this is great because this is a much-needed confidence boost for the big boys. And if we wanted this to be an intense series, if we wanted it to be an exciting one to watch, we needed to see Big return to confidence. And here, they're doing exactly that. Namely, one man who I really want to look at is Smooya. I mean, he gets that 4K in the round where they get into B. Even back on Train, he was the only guy to reach double digits for Big, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And you think back to yesterday where he had an all right series, but he wasn't, you know, he wasn't looking incredible. The fact that he's showing up here early on, I think is a very good sign for Big. We just need now the usual suspects to fall into place around him.
And he's just not stopping. Another kill. tabseN is in a precarious position. He's got players coming in from both sides, and he'll get shot by the Deeg. These Deegs are finding so many entry kills, and Forest with his 2nd kill of the round. Bomb getting planted. Twistzz has to rotate down the vents. Tizian's been spotted. He doesn't have to dedicate to this fight. He can fall back and wait for his team to help. But he actually moves back in. 2 players here, and he's not ready for them. Tizian getting that kill to equalize this retake, to make this a possibility. Forest is ready to pounce on the backside, and if they try and open the door, it will swing into their face because he's so close. Plopski, perfect timing, catches Smooya in the air, and it's just Tizian.
Plopski's got this nade, and that also is going to make matters even worse for Big as they try and get into... Oh, I mean...
yeah, at this point.
He's dropped it close. Doesn't matter now. The time's already too far gone. I was wondering, because there was like a world in which Plopski could have naded out the double doors to allow Forest to go for a more silent push, but didn't need that to happen with everyone landing their shots. And I think as well, the second they get that first kill and they find themselves 2v1, any urge to peek, any need to take a gunfight goes out the window for NIP.
Yeah.
You know, they can just sit, they can play the crossfires. Fantastic round from the Deegs, by the way. It's Plopsky and Forest delivering a hell of a lot there for NIP. They're the two names we wanted to see, and they're the two names that we do see in that round.
And I love the play from Forest, although it doesn't come into play. He sits close to the door with that Deagle, and the reason that's so good in that kind of position is if you know the door's about to get opened and you're standing up against it, instead of the door swinging away from the CT open, they'll actually swing in towards the CT, and that can really offset your crosshair. It can push you back physically. It can be a surprise, and Forest could get a kill off the back of that, but not needed. His teammate has his cover, and Plopsky with 3 kills in that round will find NIP there first. 4-1 up, and Eco being 1, and the money being called in for question here on the big side of things. Smooya's got that AWP, but if you look at what they have surrounding it, minimal utility, no kit. This is a must-win round if Big want to keep up this CT side.
You will notice a change in this round, though. XANTARES has left the ramp. He's handed that over to Smooya with the AWP, and he's taken up Smooya's position outside, down here towards Secret. And already, I'm hoping this can... Oh, I was going to say, I was hoping this could be XANTARES finding a bit more success, you know, getting his head in the game a bit, but instead, he's cut down immediately. It's Nex and Tizian to continue to rack up an advantage here for Big, and they might do even more than that as the round is solidified. Tizian, 3 kills. Someone who's looked very at home for this squad on Nuke. Thinking back to that North game yesterday, he was the top performer in the server there. And
he had 40+ kills.
Yeah, he's he's moving into the realms now, catching up with Smooya as well.
Yeah. He was sitting close CT vent almost every one of those A-side executes the Big had up against North, and he was getting 3Ks after 3K.
If you're
after
NIP,
3K.
I'm thinking at this point, man, just stay away from the A site for a bit, because every time you've gone in there, Big have had, you know, 3 players stacked on up. This round, they try and go for the fast A plate. The flashes are so good. Everyone's blind, but Tizian's even better. Raining down death from above. tabseN looking for the vent kill, but Rez has turned this one back on its head. 2-on-2. That bomb is out in the open. It's Smooya and XANTARES left to recover this round for Big. They've got to finish what Tizian started. Oh, no. Get down the vents, and now they drop into this B site. It will be the B plant for NIP, and a 2v2 retake required for Big.
And they've done this silently. Big only just realizing the play that's gone down. XANTARES has pushed into A, and he's called for this rotate. Rez is going to get the bomb plant down now for Deacon and Plopsky. I mean, they are not going to expect this position, and with an AWP, it's so hard to clear. Smooya's checking close on the barrel, gives away his corner. He's going to get traded, though. Plopsky going down, and now Rez having to fall away from this fight, wanting to play the bomb instead. That's a good grenade, though. Rez just going to move back in time towards the doors, but he's still inside of the site, and XANTARES is checking it. Very, very methodical from XANTARES. Does not let that player get away with it, and it will be the retake for Big. A fast A play that, you know, like you said, gets saved by Rez. He completely defends his teammate, but past that, past the bomb part, nothing coming through. And that's going to be Big, keeping in the lead here, not letting their money get completely rumbled. That being said, one player surviving, it's still on the edge, it's still up for reset. And with a bomb plant for NIP, they can keep buying until it breaks.
At this point, I think if you're
tabseN's had enough. He's out.
He loves a stand, doesn't he, tabseN?
He's broken another keyboard.
What's he done now, tabseN? What have you done now?
He did this yesterday as well.
Monitor issue now. He's broken a keyboard. He broke his PC yesterday. Now he's broken the monitor. Is he sabotaging this production? That's what it's starting to feel like, tabseN. Look at, what is that? That's not a monitor. That's the whole damn... That's the kitchen sink, mate, that they just bought in for him. He's gone. He's gone off, mate.
Matt's going to be playing the game instead.
He's harvesting more peripherals from around the op. tabseN, we've got a game to play. Sit down.
He can't sit down, Harry. Someone in his way.
That's actually fair enough.
Yeah.
No, tabseN, he's there on our screens. And so now, Big, looking good. I would love to see NIP go for a ramp play. I think XANTARES is struggling to get his head in the game right now, right? Really not living up to the huge performances we're used to seeing from him. He is someone who, like me and DJ Khaled, is suffering from success, right? Like, you expect a lot because he often delivers a lot. And I think, you know, with him struggling over towards ramp, the only way I see Big holding onto that side of the map is if they keep that Smooya play there. But he's been over towards outside of the majority of these rounds.
Statistically, Nuke is one of Xantares' worst maps as well, right? If we think back to yesterday, he was having a really rough game, sitting around 13 kills, you know, going into overtime. He pulled it back in OT. He had some massive rounds and a few 4Ks on that B bomb site, but it still wasn't enough to win the game. And, you know, at that point, when you have a player stepping off a little bit, North eventually are going to bleed you dry, and they did. They got that 2-1 victory in the end of things in triple overtime. tabseN needs to log back into Steam, getting his phone back in action for that code. But yeah, that's kind of scary, right? Xantares being rough on Nuke yesterday, being rough on Nuke today. Let's hope that turns around. Either way, Big are sitting 6-1 up, so it's not the end of the world. They're not too worried just yet, but knowing that you've just been 16-1, that being in the back of your mind, you can't ever afford to let your foot off the gas in this series if you're Big.
See, I feel like me and tabseN are like kindred spirits, you know. Because
you break all your peripherals as well.
Yeah, I do. But also, he comes across as someone who likes to always be like moving. You know me, I love a pace. Yeah. I'm always walking around. I literally am walking
Harry
right
walks.
now.
I can't sit anywhere because you'll end up walking behind me. I'm like, are you looking over my shoulder? Get it.
But you know, man, tabseN's the same. His mind's just racing, and that's the problem. When your mind is racing and you can't just, you know, like because you'll see a lot of players. They'll gladly just sit there, look a little bit mopey while everything's getting fixed, and it's all good, you know, like they're just chill. But tabseN's not chill. He's someone who gets pumped. He's feeling it. He's someone who does a lot of like very aggressive fist bumps, and I'm a big fan of that. Fist pumps with a
in the
P.
air,
Yeah,
not onto his teammates. He's not beating them.
Yeah, no, that would be
because you reach a point where a
he's
fist
really
bump
like
becomes a punch.
Yeah, he's really ruling with an iron fist, and literally.
Yeah, they're going to move him from the middle seat to the edge, so he beats less of his teammates up during the game. You know, he can only punch one guy if he's on the far left of the table.
I know, he's got a lot of reach on him, man. Yeah.
Oh,
thumbs are up. tabseN said, you know what, guys, I am ready. Let's go.
Fist pumps.
He's so smiley. Yeah. He's so lovable, man. That's the problem with tabseN. I couldn't ever look at this. If I'm the coach of Big, I could never look him in the eye and tell him he's done something wrong.
Apart from breaking his keyboard.
Yeah, no.
Toby didn't look too happy
when you're picking the coffee beans out of his keyboard, like harvesting an espresso from the tabseN farm. It's not nice. Let's see anyway, back into this, and NIP, they've got to buy back on the cards. Fast A play looks to be the order of the day again. They've loved these, and I don't know why. They just keep getting shut down. Now they go towards ramp, and Xantares, they're in his face, and now they take his face off. Plopsky gets that kill, and the ramp is overrun with Swedes. They duck, they weave, and they get into the B-bomb site. They're gonna get this bomb planted Big, a man up, 4-on-3 in the retake, and they've already got players here.
Plopsky needs to force kills. He needs to turn this advantage back, but he's been spotted and has to smoke off his position. Tizian going to rush it. What a confident play. Tizian keeping up performances from yesterday. Twist trying to trade back, but he gets dinked, double dinked by tabseN in through the wall. Let go with the trade, but he's in a 1-on-3 right now, and the flashbang is so good. Tizian is honestly on fire right now. Is there no stopping this man? And Harry, you're hitting the nail on the head. NIP need to get out of this A-bomb site. It is not working. Vent dives do not happen versus Big. They will shoot you through the smoke every time, and Tizian does exactly that. 3 kills in this round, and another one taken for the big boys.
It's like they just keep going back. It's like an ex-lover, you know, like it keeps just cropping back into their life, and they keep returning to it. They remember the good times. They remember the fun times over in A, and then they quickly get reminded, oh no, it's just soul-crushing.
Yeah.
So, it's not working for NIP.
That being said, I do understand why they went for it last round, right? Long tactical pause, want to speed it up, fast play, catch them off guard.
Not just that. I think they were hoping as well to keep players up at the A side of the map and then play into that ramp room, right?
Yeah.
So I like it. They're already looking towards ramp. They're already looking towards other avenues. They try and sell the A fake. I don't think they were anticipating both players to just get churned up immediately. So let's see. Already a real change here from NIP. Players towards outside. The outside smoke's now going in as well to complement that.
And of course, Tizian getting a kill through the door. It wouldn't be around a Counter-Strike without it, as Rez gets picked up. early on into the round. Smooya almost finding an angle behind the red box, but they're actually crossed down towards B now. NIP have 4 players down Secret. And the good thing about this is they've been throwing these smokes. They've not always been crossing behind them, so Big can't afford to over-rotate. That being said, they've cleared out the lobby. They've pushed up, and now they know it's B. tabseN has gone on a lengthy flank. Now Xantares is already down on the B bomb site, but they have just overwhelmed him through the doorway. Next getting mollied will commit, and he will drop the bomb. That's a big kill, keeping the advantage up for Big as he concedes the site. Can just wait for his team to group up and give NIP the bomb plant. 4 on 3. All 4 CTs coming in from the ramp room. Does at least allow for tradability, but it means if NIP work this one out, they're going to have a lot of positions to hide in. Plopski holding in from the window, and when that smoke fades on ramp, Big are going to start to move.
Running the gauntlet from ramp, though, versus all these Kriegs can still get dicey. And with this window smoke having a gap in it, they might believe this side of the map is clear. Plopski, he's got more of a view than ever. He's posted up with his gun turret. He's a sentry looking to lock this round in. But tabseN, the Iron Golem of Big, looking to keep this one in their favor. Forest left up alone, and Smooya lands the shot to take him down. Big, just enough time left for that defuse. 8-1. This CT side is off to a stellar start, and it is just showing absolutely no signs of slowing down.
Yeah, that 13-round T-side that NIP got last time when these two teams played on Nuke is looking like a fleeting prospect.
What is this game of Counter-Strike? We just saw a 14-1 half from NIP over on Big's map pick of Trade.
Now we're going to see the same back here.
And now we could see a very similar scene on Nuke, the map pick of NIP.
You know, Nuke's a hard one as a terrorist team. All you need is to break the money. When they eventually break this money at Big, they can start getting multiple rounds on the board, but it's just so hard to get there in the first place, right? They brought Big down to that one-on-one in that round where Big had no kits and no utility, and NIP losing that has just put them in an awful spot. They're still trying to break this money, and Big have got buys coming out of all their ears at this point.
All there is.
All there is. All 2 of them, Harry. Maybe even more. They can hear everything. Tizian certainly can. He can see everything. Even through smoke sometimes. Even through walls. Rez is dead once again.
I don't get it. How is Tizian? Like, he's pretty good at every map, but on Nuke, he just turns into the best gamer in the world. Ooh. Next here, long sight line with the Krieg, and he'll take that all day long, but he goes blow for blow Plopski, and Plopski's got one of them in his hands as well. It's Kriegs across the board for NIP.
Now they forgot the bomb. Boost back up into heaven for Big. They are sending a player up, and above to make sure this wrap isn't coming through. Now it is, so need to be aware. Forest is climbing up from outside right now. He's actually hiding in hell. 35 seconds. They can't afford to stick around too long. This could still be a B play. They don't want to split A, knowing that Big likely still have the majority of players there, but tabseN is lurking in the depths below, waiting for this contact play. Forest on the ramp flank won't find anything. He's just got to split B. Missed shots from tabseN, but he gets damage, and he finishes it off. Nice pre-fire as Letcro walks into the bullet storm. Plopski waiting for that push, and tabseN's going to give it to him with another kill. And with 15 seconds left up, Forest, he is on damage control and save City. Wants to get away with his gun, but he's been spotted, and now he might even die after time. Big, they love doing this. They love waiting until the time has expired, and that's what they're going to do. Forest should be able to... Oh, no. And there it is. Smooya's traded. Forest dies after time. No money. That's a really, really heads-up play from Big. They've always been a team that like to delay kills until after time. Deny that money, make things even just a little bit worse for NIP. And at 9-1, things are getting rough right now.
That's something that everyone in Pugs, by the way, watching, you know, for when you want to play along at home, do that. Because the amount of times I've called for, you know, wait, we'll kill him after time. And then some guy's like, frags, and just goes running in, takes him down. No, it's not about those stats. It's about impeding your opponent's money. And that's what Big have done there. And they get the stats. It's really just a double win.
Yeah, 2 for 1, really.
Yeah, I was looking for the word 2 for 1. Double win is not, I mean, it works, but yeah.
Well, 9-1, Harry. When does this streak end? When does this curse get lifted for the Ninjas? Smokes again outside with these pistols, but they're not going to be committing behind them. Players going in towards the lobby. And Smooya solo warping ramp right now. He's got support from the CT spawn, but NIP actually do send a couple of players behind these smokes. No, they only fire shots. They just try and give the illusion of an outside play and go back in towards the lobby. Now Big, Xantares and Smooya side by side, ready and waiting for this play. Smooya gets a chance to get a kill and drop off below, and then let Xantares make contact before he re-peaks. And NIP, only a couple of flashbangs to get around this corner. This first corner peak will have to be dry, and this is where surely Smooya takes a 5-on-4. Ooh.
Oh dear. He's trying to shrink himself down to the size of a mollusk, but instead he's picked up, and now just Plopski plopped on down by Mr. Tizian. Everywhere NIP go, they run into this mystery man.
And it really doesn't help, right? While we had Plopski popping off last game, Forest looked good as well. If we look at the scoreboard, Twist, Letcro, and Rez, 1, 2, and 3 kills respectively. That's not what you need, right? That certainly adds to the fact that Big are slaughtering them right now, with NIP being unable to win some of their duels. Even the bottom player of Big is going 5-5, so, you know, no problem there. And we need individual step-ups from NIP if they want to actually, you know, contest this map. This is their pick, for Christ's sake. We need a little bit more. But that being said, we had the same thing for Big back on train. So, you know, similar scenario, I guess. And there it is.
Yeah, Rez finding that opener, and what a scalp to find. They finally beat the beast that lurks in that A side of the map, and now, even as they've slaughtered one, it's growing back 4 more heads that they've got to try and get past. Smooya holding secret here with this AWP. He's got players about to drop into his crosshair. He's looking to take one shot and then run for the hills, get back towards those B stairs and take up a position. He's also got a Molotov and a smoke. He can drop that to delay this. So trading this kill out from NIP, if it does go the way of Big, is going to be very, very hard. This could be where they get the 4-on-4. And there it is. Smooya retreats. He takes out that Incendiary. He's ready to drop it. But Forest, very heads up, takes the play in a garage and puts that man advantage back in favor of NIP in a big old way.
Yeah, it's still getting caught by Xantares, though, and now they just were running through the smokes into the A site. They know Xantares is yard, so they can get A with just 1 kill, and that leaves the man, the myth, the legend, the Turkish superstar in a 1-on-3. Ooh, does find an angle onto Letcro, but gets so damaged by that fight that it may even be worth calling in for the save. Remember the money of Big. It was never broken by NIP in this game, but it has gotten close. Tabson's on 3K, Tizian has $500, Nex on 2. So it's fine, Big can afford to rebuy, but this Krieg would make a hell of a difference. And not only just the money aspect of things, this gun is so good on the CT side. So Xantares wanting to save it for a rainy day. Important second round taken by NIP near the end of the half. It means that a 10-5 is still on the cards, and that would be just enough. So guns saved and things getting put together by NIP.
This is the thing for Big, right? I'm going to pretend like I didn't have my microphone
I always
muted.
wonder, yeah, I always wonder if that gets picked up, because you always say things twice because you realize you got your mic muted. And that's great fun.
Well, Hugo, I resent that. Actually, I resent that statement. I'm excited about this round because we got the AWP in the hands of Twist, and this is the moment for Big where it's kind of, you know, not do or die. That's the wrong word, but this decides, you know, you go 10-1 rather, and it was looking like it was going to be a stellar CT side. Now, if Nick turn this around and go 10-5, suddenly they've recovered this well. So Big are really trying to hold on to this huge lead. This round could get stripped away from them, though. It's looking towards Nex to come in with a big play, and he's only good for 1 kill there behind the CT vent. Bomb plant bound, and Smooya, he's just got to save. There's no money left for Big. Those bulging bank accounts that were once bursting at the seams have now been broken down by NIP. And so now a 3rd round on the board for the Swedes. No money left in the bank accounts of Big. That AWP on Smooya is going to be the real thing they're relying on in this next round. And so suddenly for NIP, it was looking dire, but now they can very much recover this.
Yeah, the pennies in the pockets getting pilfered by the pajama-wearing ninjas, and it's going to be a 3rd round on the board, Harry. Confidence starting to grow in the Swedish side of things, and Big still don't have to worry. Even if they 10-5 this half, it isn't the end of the world. That's perfectly fine, considering this is not their map pick as well. But You know, nothing worse than having such a dominant start to a map and then letting a team in just at the end of the half, just getting 3 or 4 rounds, and that can make all the difference if you lose the pistol. Even if you win it, it means they still have a buffer to fall back on. So let's see how this goes for Big now, who have to take their first eco of this entire map. And even then, they still have the AWP behind it, so there's always a chance that things could get a little bit out of control. Smooya has been hitting shots down towards B, but this time he's been avoided. NIP are already down on that lower site. No smokes. They just run the gauntlet in through Secret towards this lower site. Xantares on the rotation. He was so effective in this position yesterday. But with the Deagle, things are going to be a little bit harder. Early rotate for Big, and I like this. They put many players down on this lower site. Next tucked in. Xantares has his back turned, though, and he still nails a shot. Forrest going down. Plopsky with a trade. Smooth's been smoked off, but Next can get another 1-for-1 here, and that's the bomb drop. That's such an important kill. He's now got a gun, and Plopsky can't trade him. He's still inside of the window with no teammates in just yet. They're going to start to move in, but a little too late. Next is laying down the pain. Molotov will push him out of position. Can't get the kill, but neither can Plopsky. He gets a chance to back off and concede the site.
Oh, Twist trying to do all he can to recover this round. Plopsky now looking to join him. And you've still got Tizian just waiting in the wings over towards Secret to come in late. NIP, their first problem, though, is getting that bomb. Still down and out in the prying eyes of Big. Next gets caught ahead. And that's now the Krieg dropped. The big threat that was looming has been removed. 20 seconds. NIP, they've whittled it down. And now the AWP is gone. tabseN, he loved this AWP at one point in time. But here, it's going to hurt him. Twist finds that kill, shuts him down. 3 kills for him, 2 for Plopsky. And NIP, they're able to weather the storm. They make that 2-on-4 happen.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate as well. Big made the really smart call of backing up and giving NIP a little bit of room, right? It may seem like, you know, conceding the site, giving them respect, but you have to remember Big were on pistols in that round with just a solo AWP and some retrieved Kriegs. So they were, you know, not in any way advantaged when it came down to those gunfights and conceding the site. They were hoping NIP would plant and they could move in for the retake, but one by one, NIP do a great job of isolating the fights, catching the flank of Tizian, and then just using those Kriegs to kill the ramp rotations. 4 rounds, trying to make it a 5-round half, and that is on the horizon here. Again, another skew F-buy for Big. The AWP is out, but Glass Cannon, no utility really, and only a single kit. So, slight economical problems here for Big, but not enough to keep them out of this round. Smooya is going to try and make a play down ramp, pushed up with the AWP. He's got Xantares down in lower Secret as well, and oh, this boost is great, but Twist not hitting the shot. Next gets a second opportunity at life. He will fall back inside of the safety of Hell. NIP still lurking in the yard, looking for a kill to be given their way. Main smoke down. Smooya's cleared some of the lobby, but there's still 2 players here, and this could be misinformation here for Big. Smooya's hanging around. He knows they could still be around some of these corners, and he doesn't want to overstay his welcome or overstep the mark with the AWP. But now they're going to start to push. Plopsky holding. He's gone down. They might think it's clear, and Rez is switching weapon. He gets re-peeked. Tizian with a double kill off the back of this MP9, and now swapping back out to the Krieg. tabseN's gone wide. Letcro can't trade, and this is falling apart for NIP. The lurk from Forrest coming in too late. And 20 seconds for him to find a 1-on-5, it does not look realistic.
Yeah, there's a man holding for this peak. So even if Forrest murdered everyone in this bomb site, it's this close player that should solidify it, and Next will do exactly that. Round locked in, and Big, they'll 11-4 this CT half. That is, to say the very, very least, a very, very good job from Big, especially after they got 16-1 back on train. Their map pick just a moment ago. They're hoping to make this comeback happen, and they're on track to do it. They're trying to take us the distance. Find out if they can after a quick break.
Chasing all my dreams now lately. never enough, baby. No, I don't care too much. I don't care too much. As long as I can keep you by my side. I don't care too much. We got time, no rush. In your eyes, I always see there is something meant for me. In your eyes, I always feel different. Tell me everything's alright. Life is just a bunch of faces, and if it's not, we'll still be fine. I know we're going places. I don't care too much. I don't care too much. As long as I can keep you by my side. I don't care too much. We got time, no rush. In your eyes, I always see there is something meant for me. In your eyes, I always feel different.
Big looking radioactive in the first half of Nuke. 11 rounds on their CT side of NIP's map pick after losing their own 16-1. It's been quite a turbulent time here in this best of three, and things are about to really heat up as we get NIP over on the favored side to see if they can pull this huge comeback together or if Big will be taking us to a third map. Harry, Big's T-side pistol. They've had trouble on T-sides so far in the Pro League. Let's see if that continues.
Yeah, well, they're going to set up early with players outside and back here in lobby, looking like they want to go for this A-side split. But how deep can these outside players get? That's the question. If they're able to get players down through Secret, which they are, maybe that might change the game plan now for Big. Tizian down here, lurking around the B-bomb site. He's got his options open to him at this point now. You know, just having a man down through Secret means NIP have to constantly bear this in mind. They have to be very, very wary as to the potential ramp or vent play from Big. And Tizian, it looks like he's going to wait down here beneath the vents. He might try and shoot on up into this A-bomb site with the rest of Big when this execute comes in. And that certainly looks to be the case right now. NIP, are they ready for what is about to come their way?
Don't have many players up on this top site, so things could get a bit hairy. Kip ready for the retake, but Rez has got to get a kill first, and he's dropped at the first hurdle. Letcro, same story after just a single kill off of that USP, and Twist in Heaven is going to be joined by the rest of his team, but they are right below him, and Xantares traded. Smooya with one, bombs planted, it's falling apart for NIP, and Big with a storming pistol round on this T side. That was so necessary here if they wanted to keep themselves in this best of three series. May have had the lead, but things can easily fall apart at the seams, and Big will not let that happen. NIP, now they have a rough choice to make. Do we want that 13, or do we want that force buy to fight back, or do we want that 13th round buy? hard decision to make, and they're going to go for the former, getting everything in this round, CZs and armor. We've got Molotovs to stop a fast play, which can be very common on these anti-ecos. Tizian going to run in through the hut. The mollies aren't down, though, and the fights need to be won. Forest and Rez, a killer piece off of these CZs. The trades are in, but they've softened up the targets, and Twist can finish them off with a dig. Next up close as well, does get a trade, but his scout is still in play, and Letcro can win this round. It's a one-shot on both these players. Smooya just enough health to survive a scout bullet, but Letcro nails the shot in the head of Nex. It's a one-on-one. Smooya gets a chance to back off, but Letcro's in hot pursuit.
No head armor on Letcro, so he's got to watch out for that. This Mac 10 is still deadly. He'll start to rotate away, will Smooya, with that bomb on his back. He's going to take up a position in the heavens. Letcro heard him walking away, anticipates this is going to be the ramp play to be, because why would Smooya go back through heaven? Smooya's not even going back through heaven. Smooya's outside. He's just looking around, taking in the scenery.
Around the world.
And if you're Letcro, you're not ready for this in any capacity. Neither player knows where the other one is, and they are just walking in blind. Smooya, he doesn't know it yet, but right now he's made the right decision with this A-side play, and it's becoming more and more obvious as he clears the extremities of this bomb site. And now, that bomb getting planted, Letcro has to rotate up from B. Doesn't have a kit to work with either. So while he's doing this silently, it's costing him precious, precious time.
Oh, the barrel might even give away his position. He's walked to this back turn, and Smooya's got it. It's another round for Big. It's a force buy that almost gets won by NIP, but almost doesn't quite cut it, especially not at 13-4, Harry. The worst part about that now is they have to eco for 14 and then pull a 14-4 comeback, which is, well, you know, safe to say, pretty unrealistic. Big have done the heavy lifting, at least by getting these first couple of rounds, and now they should have an easier affair. A couple of CZs and a Zeus on Popski. And still, Rez, Twist, Letcro, 6 kills on each of them. They've pulled it back from being, you know, 1 and 5, but still not the start that they would have wanted. It might not be the finish that they want either, with Big only 3 rounds away from taking us to a 3rd map on this series. Inferno on the horizon here.
I love it, Big. They're not rushing this. They're not leaving any stone unturned. They're not going to go running into a pistol stack. Instead, they are just waiting for someone from NIP to try and be that first point of engagement. So they give it, you know, a good 40 seconds. No kills, no peeks come through, no information gained. And now they get a man down through the vents. Rez has caught a timing here into this little corner of hut. He's a little bit deeper into the lobby than Big might be expecting. Xantares doesn't check the close angle. Rez has now retrieved an AK.
Oh, no.
Tabson's just killed Tizian. It's gotten a bit chaotic. There's friendly fire at the A side of the map. Plopski, Zeus, down goes Nex. He gets tased, and now Forest trying to hold the line. It's Smooya desperately trying to claw this round back for Big. Letcro already here with the dig, and this man's dig is the stuff of legends. We need to see that now more than ever. Rez is on rotation with the AK down towards this B side of the map. Tabson desperately now left alone. Head on a swivel. Tabson. Oh, they might be unarmored. They might be nude, but he's cutting them down anyway. And Rez just out from beneath him. Here's the reload. Times that well. And Tabson gets toppled atop the bomb site. Defuse comes in. NIP, they managed to get it done on a full eco round.
Yeah, out of absolutely nowhere. What great aggression from Rez, man. He makes that round a reality by pushing into the hut and getting that early kill. It causes so much chaos, big panic. Tabson kills his teammate. It buys time for Plopsky to get aggressive and ramp and get a kill off of that Zeus. And just every frag that NIP gets them one step closer to winning the full eco. Big. Ooh, that's an awkward round to lose. There was very, very little put into that one by NIP, but they still have the buffer to play with at least. 13-5, not a worry yet. But that's one that we will think about if NIP start to pull this game back. It's going to have to be pistols here for Big, saving some money, going fast and furiously into this A site, but the grenade will drop TabseN. Bomb does get down towards the lower bomb site, but Tizian's actually taking a longer route rather than just going safely in through Decon. He's looking to take a fight instead of get a plant. And in the meantime, they're rushing out ramp to try and support him. Letcro's going to attempt to stop them, and the spray is not there for the second. Tizian on the wraparound, but Plopski's already inside of the site. He came down from ramp a few seconds earlier, and he will be able to hold on to this bomb. 2 kills from him. Nex is coming out late from ramp, and even if he tries to go elsewhere, Twist has the exit route cut off.
And so NIP still a long way to go before we start to get too invested in this comeback. But they've really given themselves a lifeline by not handing over that 14th to Big, winning it on the eco. They've buffed those bank accounts. They keep that round reasonably clean as well. Only having to reinvest over on Plopski. Twist with his AWP over towards outside. Smooya's run out over on the side of Big as well. He's holding from atop the silo. Twist, this is now a very, very horrid spot to be in, especially with the Kriegs being so strong. As he peeks back out, Smooya should have had that trade, but it doesn't come through, and Twist is allowed to get out of danger. He's mitigated and navigated that situation very, very well. And in the meantime, Tizian gets a bit of a taste of his own medicine there.
He got shot through the doors. So, yeah, that really is a taste of his own medicine. Didn't even see Forest, and what an unfortunate way to... Oh, God. It's still getting laid on. Forest just not giving them a chance, and another one as well. One by one, Big starting to fall in this round. Tizian actually died through the vent. He got out into A and still got wall-banged, but yeah, not exactly a good round for Big here. 5-on-1. Smooya looking to save the AWP and take some kills on the exit. He's found one. But they're not exactly going to be feeding him more kills anytime soon. And that missed jump actually gives some time for Plopski to get in on the flank. Another shot from Smooya, but there's still a player on the top, and Twist is making noise inside of lobby to draw attention away. And there's Rez coming in from the back line. Krieg saved, AWP held on to by Twist, and another round taken for NIP. That was a full buy from Big as well, more importantly. So, baby steps.
Yeah, there ain't no rest for the wicked in this one. And money doesn't grow on trees. So for NIP, yeah, they've got plenty of cash, but the Big camp, not the same story. Let's take a look at this, though. The Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Power Play. You can head on over to ESLCS Twitter and cast your vote, A through D. We've got the Deforestation. We got the Raw Ploppage in round 6. Plopski powers through the pistols.
God, who wrote these?
Nutty Eco round ace.
These are great.
Or just Nutty Eco round, sorry. But, yeah, I mean, I love whoever's writing them.
Yeah.
I'm becoming a real fan. They've gotten better, because it used to just say, like...
Rez is 3K.
Next, 4K. But now they're, like, really taking some creative...
Ploppage sounds... Yeah,
they're really
like that,
taking some creative liberties on this one. And I'm loving that. I'm loving that.
Head over to the ESL Twitter if you want to vote for the Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Power Play, and Chad will break them down later on in the evening. Fast play into main for Nex. These are pistols in the yard and not really invested too heavily either, so it's going to be a bit of a slaughter, and that's exactly what we have transpiring. Tizian last alive, and not for long. 8 rounds for NIP, 5 alive in that one. Bit of a chance to build up the money, and Big are potentially going to reach the problem that NIP had in that first half, which is the difficulty of breaking the CT money, and anti-ecos where you keep 5 alive, that's just so good for building up that cash. So Big, they've got to deal with players who have $9,000 in the bank long term. Let's see if they can get a T-side on the round now, or a T-side round now to stem the bleeding. Oh, nice grenade.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. Tizian spamming through that door. Such a strong counter to what NIP have been doing, which is having a player there, you know, firing shots through. That round it's Twist with the AWP, hoping to get the opener. Lecro now donning the AWP, more than comfortable with it. You know, we often see it kind of get juggled around between these two every now and again. Molotov's down outside, and that's going to force Forest back through Secret. Big doing a good job of spreading out and really restricting NIP's movement across the map, right? You take a look at the ground that NIP have. They've got Forest down in Secret. He's kind of out on a limb. He's here alone. The rest of the guys, they're all trapped back within Heaven, the A site, and ramp. Ooh. Necro trying to hold the line, helped out by Rez, and this man advantage that Big once had has now been stripped away from them. They're desperately trying to get it back. Smooya and Tizian have done what they can, but here's Forest emerging, getting in through main. It's Smooya left up in this clutch. 1v2 required, and once again, he's going to try and be a tricky little trickster. Is Mr. Smoo. Taking up a position on the vent, and now can drop down into this B-bomb site.
He has been playing fantastically as well in this game. Top performer in the server. Can he keep it up in a crucial round? The Big need more than anything. 15 seconds, just enough time to get that bomb plant down safe towards Deacon. Double door's still open, and he has gone back to close it, or maybe just take control. Let's walk through with the smoke. Going to use it to his advantage. Forest is cut off, and we'll just wait for a play as Popsky gets position back on ramp, tries to gain some information as to Smooya's position. They can stick it without him being able to stop them from the doors. That's the only worry here. If Forest gets on that bomb and Popsky covers Deacon, or double door rather, things could get really, really problematic for Smooya, and he's being peeked. He does spray, but the Krieg is a fickle beast, really, at the best of times. When you try and spray without that scope, defuse will come through, and that's going to be around for NIP. Another one taken on this CT side. Slowly but surely getting back into this game.
They've really closed the gap. They've really made this feel doable. And with every single round that goes on the board, it's just another one for Big to get in their heads more and more as time goes on. Yeah, you think about it, since that pistol and the one anti-eco they got off the back of it, they didn't find both. They haven't managed anything here. That nade's going to already drop Tabson from this round. That's quite the scalp to find. You've dealt with what was supposed to be a secret play. I think they were hoping to get him up through the vents once again, similar to what Tizian was doing a lot early on. But that's already been removed. And so now the rest of the guys have to just win this on aim alone. They're not ready for Letcro, who lurks back in main. And he has made a mess of this round. Smooya once again asked to clutch, and as is often the case, he makes it look almost doable, but almost is not good enough. 24 and 14 in spite of his best efforts, topping the charts. Smooya cannot get the job done. Another round on the board for NIP. Admittedly, it wasn't up against a full rifle buy. So, you can't get too upset that Big weren't able to find much there, but they were definitely getting worried for them now.
Yeah, okay, now, Harry, this is when you bring back up that anti-eco that Big failed to pull out in the third round of this half, where NIP won with a full eco with a couple of CZs and a Zeus on Popsky. Now that is making all the difference, because Big would have loved that 14th round. Yet to grace a scoreboard since that force buy, or since that eco, rather. And it is getting a little bit worrying. 3 rounds separate these two teams as a tactical pause is called out for Big. And another buy round coming through. Smooya still has that AWP at least. Some consolation to take from that. Twist has got his as well, though. Going back towards the garage. He's been hitting the shots out here, but they've thrown the smoke to cross red, and he's just going to have to hold from garage safely. Smooya looking for a pick above Silo, but Twist is not going to be giving him anything.
I mean, you can really see how much respect Big are giving NIP at this point in time. Right? They're just holding all these angles, waiting for the aggression to come out. NIP aren't going to give them anything for the whole, first minute of the round or so. And now they throw these outside smokes in. That's going to block off Garage. That makes Twist move back towards CT. Now the smoke's gone down to block off Mini and the view from Twist back in CT spawn. And this gives tabseN some room to maneuver. He's going to get close to Mini for the A crunch. They're looking to split on in through Squeaky, Hut, and Main. NIP to try and hold the line once again.
Oh, this off angle's so good for Forest, though. The Kriegs, however, far more effective, and Flash is going in. Forest going to dodge it. They could line up for him, and he's going to drop the bomb. And a second. Xantara's coming in through Hut, but Rez is tucked, and Smooya does get the trade, but again, it's in a clutch situation. This time, far more dire than ever. A 1-on-4. He's got a bail. He's already being wrapped from ramp as well. Plopski's right below him. That Molotov will make matters worse, but Letcro does not care. He wants to take this AWP out of the round. Oh, no, the tag from Smooya, but not the kill. And that's going to be NIP not only winning another round, but taking everything away from Big. All the liberties, all the guns, and all the rounds, as is Pro League tradition.
I don't know, at this point in time, it doesn't even feel like it's NIP fighting for the comeback. It seems like they're now the ones in the driver's seat, right? 11-13,
Yeah.
You mentioned they take everything away. There should be a 12th waiting just around the corner. And look, man, you can even see, right? Like, Pitt has lifted his headphone up. He's already good to go. He's like, yeah, guys, just keep it up. And then he flicks it up in the air. That's how that works. And then not the same on the other side of things, right? Toby is sat there. He's looking a bit more stressed right now, trying to interact with the rest of the squad, trying to keep spirits high, trying to get everyone on the same page.
This would be an absolute heartbreaker for Big, who need this victory.
We moved into a technical pause. What's tabseN done now?
He's just snapped his keyboard over his knee. Tired of this one. Now we're back in. Eco for Big, though. And this is, they can put a bit more money in. There we go. Late to buy, but getting some pistols, some armor, some grenades. Quite a lot of grenades. Maybe more outside smokes. Try and get that cross down towards B. Find a bomb plant and, well, do your best with the B post plant. Can be difficult. Especially if NIP have heavy numbers for that retake. And with a round like this, you're not going to be going into it with picks. If you're just playing 5 or 4 players down secret to B, you're going to be planting in a 5-on-5 and a 4-on-4. So it's going to be very favorable for the Ninjas on that retake, especially with Rez getting aggressive and finding a kill. He gets dinked, though, so he's almost out of the round now with 3 HP. These pistols become more effective, but luckily Plopski is already on this site.
Oh, nope. Yep. Oh, they do get him almost immediately, though, and that is a trade you'll take if you're Big. There's now a Krieg that can be retrieved. Sadly, it's fallen into the prying eyes of Twist. They flash on in, they're desperate to get it. tabseN, oh, he's got big arms, and he's grabbed it. He's lunged them forward like a smoker from Left 4 Dead, and with it, he's grabbed that kill onto Twist with that Krieg now. 3-on-3, NIP still not rotating players down towards this B side of the map, clearing everything out elsewhere. They really want to solidify that this is where this play is coming in. And now that bomb gets planted, they've cleared the back line. They've just got to worry about the front line. That's where the battle is happening. And so now they go into this B bomb site. No idea where these players lie. tabseN with the Krieg, another kill presents itself to him, and there's no chance to trade that if you're Forest. I feel like this has got to be the save from NIP. They've got so much cash, so, I mean, they can afford to go for it. Screw it, give it a go, give it a try, and oh, maybe, just maybe, Forest versus Nex, and Nex holds his own with the CZ. Big 14-11 on the back of that tactical pause. They find their first round in a while. They break the drought that they had, and they get closer to a third map.
I love that they don't rush the bomb plant down on B as well, right? They get that first kill into Plopski, they hang around, they try and wait for a lurk, they make sure there's no one else coming down from the ramp side, and then they get the bomb plant when they know that they've got this 3-on-3 and pressure's on. Rez getting dinked as well early, comes back to bite him. AWP's out once again. NIP trying to break back the money of Big, who won their first round in so long. Letcro, oh, he's got players on silo. He does find Nex, though. He's going to be exposed from the backline as he tries to fight tabseN, but Forest had already killed him on that cross. Xantara's with the trade, and still an advantage for NIP. Do Big want to commit behind these smokes while they're still up? They don't have any more left up outside, so may as well take the chance while you got it. Forest trading 1-for-1, and NIP will love that considering they already have an advantage. 3-on-2, Twist Twist with the info in yard. Another smoke coming down, but that will be the last. And Xantares, absolutely killer blow onto Twist. He gets tagged, but he gets away with that kill on 7 points of health. Rez spots the bomb as well on Tizian, and so the info is here for Nip, but where do they want to go?
Oh, Rez is trying to get up on top of the hut, and that's Tizian now tagged up. Not quite finished off, and now they know where Rez is.
Ooh.
And they've still got 50 seconds left to play with. They only know the whereabouts of one of these pesky players. It's Plopsky down towards that B side of the map. That's the unknown factor. And he is secret side. There's a world in which he could catch a timing here. But now both players have already gotten away from him. Into hell they go, creeping forward, looking like they might go for the B play as they clear the ramp room. Plopsky's just gone up to the top of Secret. He's just cleared this side of the map. They haven't seen anyone from Big. And so while they did have a man at the B side of the map in the NIP camp, they don't anymore. They're going to have to retake this bomb site in a 2v2.
10 seconds, so that part needs to hurry right up. Tizian needs to tap those numbers in. As they run down onto the site, 5 seconds, and it will come down. Luckily, no one here to stop that. Xantares is still low, but he's on the AWP, and he's on 3 kills right now. Ace, potentially, on the cards. Plopsky has a Molotov for this position. We'll see if that becomes a factor in the retake as he comes in from Secret.
This is a great crossfire that they've been able to set up. In spite of, being in this 2-on-2, having a player so low, they've done a stellar job of, oh no, there's that Molotov, and Xantares, it gets a little too hot for him. Tizian caught out as well. The kills materialize for NIP. And that's the 12th round locked in. Getting this one ever closer, ever closer to feeling doable once again for the Swedes.
Great stuff from Xantares. I mean, 3 kills, 2 with the rifle, then switching over to the AWP and even killing Twist there in that 3-on-2 to pull back the advantage. It at least gives Big the room to get down towards B, get a plant, make some money, and they're going to have to eco, but they can at least buy up, a hero rifle on Smooya. I imagine he's not going to be AWPing moving forward unless Xantares is dropping that over, and some pistols around this. So Fast again through the yard. It's been a go-to here for Big, and they have got themselves into a lot of good positions from it, so I don't blame them. Twist, missed shot gets baited. tabseN is just running for this kill right now. Very, very fast. Twist gets out safely, though. Teammate still left on that B bomb site. Plopsky has played here many times before. Doesn't want to trade for 1-for-1. If Plopsky's here, he needs a couple of kills. So we'll just tuck safely into B. Letgro's dropped a man outside. That's a big opener, but Forest getting killed in the meantime out through the squeaky door. Tizian getting that Deeg shot, and Big might decide to rotate back up towards A through vent after the back of that kill. They know that NIP have been rotating players down towards B effectively, but Rez is still here in heaven, and not only that, but Letgro's in main as well. Oof on that smoke.
Oh, next spotted over in Secret. Oh, they get up through the vents. They've been able to do that at least. Will they be ready for Letcro? He gives up his position. He even burns out tabseN, and Rez here to help on out next. Oh, we'll get that, but surely this is where he gets put to an end. This is where he should get shut down. Gets away with a lot of damage, but that's not enough. A 13th now on the board for NIP. One away from tying this up, which, when you consider how dominant this first half was, the 11-4 half in favor of Big, things were looking up. It looked like we were going to get to that third map almost as a certainty. Well, NIP, they've called all of that into question now.
11-4 half with the pistol and with the anti-force spy in the second round. So it was a 13-4 at one point. Oh, how the tables have turned, Harry. Oh, Tizian getting stuck. He's going to get down B, though. Does drop through the vent. NIP have to be aware of this possibility, but what a way to start a round. Letcro spamming a smoke and killing tabseN. That is not how you want to begin things if you're Big, but luckily Smooya is there to trade, keeping things in a 4-on-4 from the silo. We'll drop behind these smokes as next looks for a main repeak Flash outside. They know Twist has been playing hell with the AWP, and that's continuing to be a factor here in this round. Plopski with his early rotates off of ramp, finding Tizian, who was down the vents at the start, and Rez is somehow pushed up on T-Lobby. He has completely outflanked Big and left him stuck in the yard. Twist giving away his position, but he at least gains the knowledge the Nex is close.
Oh.
What?
Twist? Through the wall, just wallbangs Nex down, and now Smooya alone again, 1v3. Where's his teammates gone? Where's everyone else? Outside was once full of big players. This was looking like a safe haven for the German squad. And now suddenly, it's thwart with peril, it's thwart with danger around every corner. Smooya creeping on up with this AWP. Twist is still just hiding, still tucked away here in hell. Smooya's gonna go up and over him, trying to bypass the man. Lurks toward this side of the map.
Oh no.
Rez has just rotated down, but Twist is one step ahead. Smooya removed, and NIP, they've tied this one up.
That has got to feel awful if you're Big. Remember, Harry, you know, Big already lost that game versus North yesterday. This is it. This is do or die. And if they don't win this matchup, they are not going to be going to the finals in Odense at the end of the year. And this looked like it was theirs at one point, right? 13-4 up. NIP still in this one, still in their map pick, looking to close it in round number 30. And with the way this game's been going, nothing suggests that anything's going to change. Nothing will suggest that Big have the advantage here. They are the ones on the back foot, on the T side, really being made to work for these rounds. They haven't won a single rifle round on the T side. The only T side round they've won since those first two going into the anti-ecos was that pistol round down on B where Nex gets the clutch with the CZ. So keep that in mind. Pistols again for Big. They've got to give away 15. They've got to play for the OT if they want to have a chance. And hey, Big on OT in Nuke. They've been there before, 3 times in fact, versus North yesterday. It's not going to be unfamiliar territory at least.
The utility has done so much damage in this round. They've done a great job of getting some value out of these nades, and tabseN with that kill over into main. If you're NIP, you're sweating at this point in time. You can feel the possibility of this one eluding you up against the pistols, and even more damage is getting done now. Nex is doing a stellar job of navigating this ramp position. There is players around every corner, and tabseN up in heaven. They don't know that he's here. They don't know how deep this man has gotten, but somehow, some way, NIP still find themselves with the heavy man advantage. 4-on-2. It's tabseN now from this position that has to do all the saving in this round. He's got to be the man to kickstart this one for Big. If they want to get back on top of things, this bomb is under NIP control.
He's missing every timing.
Finally, he gets that kill on a Plopski. Plopski did a stellar job of just, little to his knowledge, right, of avoiding death there for a very long while. And there's a momentary gap where there's only one man here at ramp. If they deal with Rez, there's rifles retrieved, and that bomb is now under Big control as well. Twist and Forest, 2v2, a 2v2 that never should have been. At round 29, 14-14, map and series point on the line.
They've got to go. 15 seconds. Twist can win this round just by denying the bomb. Do they check this position at such a late point in the round? Probably not. He might just win it if he can find them before they get inside of that smoke, inside of the safety of the unknown. And Twist with a kill. He can just hide. tabseN's faked the bomb. There's no time. He gets the frag, but it's out. It's done. It's 15 for NIP, and he even gets the ace. That is heartbreaking for tabseN. He does everything in that round, but everything is not enough. 15 for the Swedes, and Big. They've got the bye, they've got the chance to make this overtime, but that is a absolute kicker of a round. That has got to feel rough if you're tabseN. He just fully outplays NIP by getting into heaven and full flanking. He wins that duel here onto Rez on ramp. That was a massive kill, and if only he stuck that bomb. Twist actually didn't even go wide. He might have had a chance. Overtime or a 2-0.
Yeah, heartbreak hotel for Big potentially on the horizon. And man, what a heartbreaking way to give up map and series point to NIP. They've got to try and dust themselves off. They've got to pick themselves up and get back on the horse. They get ramp control. They've forced the man away. Twist has now taken up this position to hold that ramp cross. Players don't go wide. Instead, they drop on down toward this B side of the map. Forest and Plopsky lie in wait, but that is it. And this is the B commitment from Big. All 5 players are here at this side of the map, ready to head on in.
The molly as well, not connecting. We see that get missed quite a lot. Plopsky, ooh, almost gets spotted. Timing is everything, and Tizian will get the better of that engagement. Man advantage for Big. This is the best position we've seen them in a rifle round in some time. Molly and Flash to get Tizian in through the secret positions. Antares will be facilitating the plant as well. NIP having to play retake here. They've got an AWP, they have the kits, but they have a 4-on-5. That's going to make things rough.
And they're being very, very slow on this because they don't know where Big are. And with 5 players still up, it's really anyone's guess. Smooya removing Forest, goes back in for more with the flashbang from Xantares. And it's only Rez. This is looking like an overtime, almost guaranteed. Oh, Rez, 2 kills, but this shouldn't be anything else. This should be a big round all day long. Rez has done everything he can to try and disrupt it, but Smooya shuts him down. And we're heading to overtime here on Nuke. 15-15, all tied up, familiar territory in the big boy camp. For NIP, I still feel like, even though they're probably going to be a bit devastated that they haven't closed this one out in regulation, I think they're still more than happy, considering that this was, as we were alluding to, that 13-4 scoreline at one point in time in favor of Big. And now that slate gets wiped clean. We're looking for 19. That's the magic number here.
3 rounds on either side. And first to 4 will be taking this map. Inferno is a 3rd if Big can do it, or NIP might just be going 2-0 up in this group and in this series. Your guess is as good as mine. Stalemate in round number 31. Smooya has gotten himself into yard, and we're seeing positions used that we haven't seen all game long from NIP. Take a look at Lekro, watching that main cross from the back of Garage. They've typically had Twist in the CT spawn with the AWP or in Health, and now he's lower in Secret. So some switches here for NIP, some change in the setup, and will Big be ready for this? tabseN always clears his back garage position with these smokes, and so he's going to have his eyes trained. Flash is good, and Lekro is dead. tabseN getting that early kill. Now Big can double back with the advantage, go wherever they want. Into this A site potentially with players set up in the lobby and Smooya holding door side. Rez trying to get info from Heaven outside, but tabseN is coming in through main.
And a Molotov onto Forest here should solidify the round. Twist only good for 1, but Forest has lined them up, and he's knocked them down. tabseN out from main, desperate to deal with this man, but Smooya's going to beat him to it. Plopsky, he's just caught a timing. They were holding Heaven. I don't think they saw him get out, and Smooya gets blindsided. tabseN gets the trade. 5 points of health remaining for that man. And Big, they'll take the first round of overtime. Starting to feel themselves getting back into the swing of things now over in the Big side. Reinvestment back in from NIP, featuring the AWP on Twist. Rifles across the board for everyone else. Smooya's looked so good this series for Big. And now that we've got tabseN finding his footing as well, you know, we've really got players stepping up. Tizian, obviously it's Nuke having a stellar game. That nade's found a lot of damage though onto a few key players. Smooya, not deterred by the nade, able to secure the man advantage for Big to kickstart this round. Lekro, he could get caught out here as they peek on into him. He'll take one and run for the hills. 4-on-4. Tizian trying to change that.
Yeah, lurking by the door. That smoke is about to fade, and Rez needs to be very careful. tabseN is all the way towards Hell, but he's not overcommitting, and that's given Plopsky a full sense of security. He's walked inside of the Hell position, and he could get wrapped at any point. He will. tabseN finds that frag. What a huge kill to keep Big in the advantage here. 4-on-3, clears out the ramp room. Now they can go down towards B. The bomb's still in Secret, but there was a man spotted here earlier, and they haven't killed him. It's Lekro. He's on that B site watching ramp right now. This reposition might be unexpected. tabseN coming, and Lekro's got that kill. Still a second man. He's going to fake the window. Not going to be his play, though. Rez has got the info that two have crossed vents towards Secret. And NIP can set up to try and close this round. Smooya spotted the flank though. Lekr0's doing more damage from Dark down on B. Xantares needs to find this kill to open up some room on top of the site. And Rez is double back. Smooya now no longer knowing his position. Lekr0's still here. Forest is even coming from the ramp and it's getting worse every second here for Big. Xantares 1-on-3 clutch has to stick that bomb on. He's getting rushed. He gets the kill. Great flick. But Forest is already up close and Rez is going through the smoke. It's a done deal. The retake is found by NIP and Big. Their best efforts by tabseN and Smooya, but it's still not enough.
I think if you're NIP looking at this one, you really need these 2 CT rounds. I mean, now the 1 CT round is left. Because that T-side performance from them was pretty flat, right? Like, and I know it's later on in the game, we're in overtime, they're warmed up, it can all be different. I still wasn't sold on what we saw from the NIP T-side. So for these guys, it's very, very important that they're able to secure this next one. We saw just yesterday in that Big versus North matchup, the turning point was when a team finally goes flawless, right, in the overtime. That was what did it. Oh dear, Twist opening this round up. tabseN already removed towards outside. He's been a real nuisance here. And so NIP breathing a bit of a sigh of relief that they've dealt with that danger man early. Door getting open. Lekr0 taking up position on the vents, trying to deny the vent drop. Oh, Forest just gonna try and catch these players getting in, and he's doing so much damage, helped out by Lekr0, and it's all fallen apart in a matter of seconds. If you blinked, you missed that. Smooya, whoop, there you go. Looking for a little bit more. Can he deliver? No, Twist shutting him down. 2 kills in that round for the Swedish AWP. And they will deal with the lone Brit that was left standing. They managed to secure those final 2 CT side rounds, leaving them with that 1-round advantage. They need 2 now on their T side if they want to take this series.
Yeah, but if we think back to T-sides this game, this has not been a game of T-sides, Harry. Both these teams really having trouble with only 4-round T-sides, so they need to get half of that in just 3. That being said, like we mentioned, over time, everything goes out the window. The previous 30 rounds are somewhat forgotten to an extent. And NIP calling a tactical pause, knowing that this is so important, they would rather close this out right here, right now, than go to Inferno. As well, it's been so long since these teams have played the current side they're on. .33 kills on Smooya, Forest on 29. Top performers of the server right now. Popsky, he has been a man to keep an eye on as well. He's found himself behind main in the yard. No one's spotting this. The outside control is pretty minimal here for Big. They have Smooya down lower. Torres, that's a smoke kill coming onto Lekr0 to start off the round. Exactly what Big needed. An untraded frag. Popsky's still in a very dangerous position though. With Smooya in the secret, that's the only outside control they have. They have a player in heaven, but it means he can wrap, and he's done exactly that. tabseN's dead. Smooya's smoked, he can't get the trade, he can't get the help, but he can move up. And Popsky being cornered here and dinked means his P250 could be lethal. Smooya getting that kill, and what a massive frag to find. Getting outside, back under the control of Big, and the man advantages NIP desperately run towards ramp.
Yeah, they're taking this position, and they're not looking to play this how Big were on their T side. They instead just barrel into B. They're looking for a bomb plant. They're trying to turn that clock against the Big CT side. Bomb now planted, and a tiny, brief moment to try and set these crossfires up. Wallbang. Oh, Forest gets deleted. Smooya on this AWP. Oh, he's saving the day. He's laying waste to NIP. Twist, 1 versus 3 required from ramp. The bomb is planted out in the open 4 and Big. They've got to pick up the pace now. They've got to get in. And Twist, oh no! Oh dear! Now 1v1, and it's Twist on Smooya. Head to head, Nade goes in to try and deny the peek. Smooya taps the ball, but Twist has wrecked them, and NIP 18-16. You thought Smooya had done enough. You fought Big. We're gonna be in the swing of things there after that monumental 3K from the man on your screen right now. But it is not enough. They cannot get past Twist, who holds the line till the end of time. NIP now at map and series point here in overtime.
What an unreal round from Smooya, man. That has got to hurt. The wallbang onto Forest as well. I love that shot. I only have been seeing that wallbang come into play recently as well. And that's a heartbreaking round. Twist does everything for NIP, and now they only need one T-side round out of the next two. Big had the advantage all throughout that round as well, in every single moment, in terms of numbers at least. No AWP here for NIP. No need. Twist did it with the Krieg in the previous round. He's going to look to do it again. Smooya trying to find these opening kills. Will go towards the garage once more. Watching the top of Silo. Plopsky just lurking. Doing the same play as the previous round. Smooya might expect that, though. He did kill him after Plopsky was dinked by tabseN in main. So that's got to be in the back of the minds here for Big.
NIP have done such a good job with this utility at doing a lot of damage early, especially looking at Nex, right? He gets mollied off the top of Hut, caught with a few bullets as he's trying to get away. tabseN's been naded back in mini, so if you're NIP, you've started this round off brilliantly, bringing two of these players into the firing line early on. Xantares looking to get tested at ramp. And now more than ever, we need a vintage Xantares performance now if Big want to keep this dream alive. Ramp control taken for NIP, but they give it up. They'll back away. They forced an extra man down towards that B bomb site. So if they hit A now, it's paling in comparison to what it was just moments ago in terms of how many players Big have here.
And because they threw those outside smokes, tabseN went down vent to mini, from mini to vent to B. So there's still only one player here after Forest gets that entry. Nex has to do it all, and he can't get a kill. Forest is doubled opened on that A site, and now the rotation's coming back up from Big, but it might all be in vain. A 3-on-5 with utility still up and kills coming out of every direction. Plopsky with another frag, and Xantares and Smooya have got to do it all. Smooya has been a hero, but it might not be enough here for Big. They might be running out of chances. Shots not connecting, and NIP have done it. 19 rounds. They pull the full comeback here on Nuke. 13-4.